Commissioner, this is a big day for a lot of people here, a lot of hockey fans, and for someone like yourself that I know you're a hockey fan as well, but we've had the topping off here today for the practice facility for the Vegas Golden Knights. This really is an amazing place.
This was so exciting as we sit outside today and know that in a few short months we're going to have two hockey fields here, 2 rinks, and it's going to be extraordinary. So we did the topping off today, got to sign our names on that, and it's just extraordinary. What it says for this community is just beyond. Have our first major team in here of an NHL team is just extraordinary. So the Vegas Golden Knights are to be commended for what they're doing and the community mindedness that they have.
There's many amazing elements here. As you say, 2 sheets of ice that are going to be used for a lot of people, including UNLV, and they're even going to start with girls and women's hockey, ramping up those sports as well.
Yeah, which is going to be really great because before our youth really only had maybe 2 places if they could even get the ice team. So the commitment from the Golden Knights is extraordinary. One for locals or people that want to just come skate, and then the team will have one. You can watch their practices, you can sit in the restaurant, and we can encourage our young men and women to be able to know that there's a sport here that they have something to excel to.
And a lot of people don't know or coming to realize that UNLV has a club hockey team moving their way up, hopefully to Division one year. And I know you have a special connection with the UNLV hockey team.
I do. 2 of my grandsons played on there. They're 4 years in college, and so it just gives you that personalization. But so it's a great hockey time, and we're a great hockey family, and just this is going to be so extraordinary. It says a lot about Clark County and the state of Nevada is that we're growing up, and we're growing up to where people realize we're viable for these events and for these teams to come here.
Obviously, Commissioner, this is in downtown Summerlin, lots of shopping, entertainment. There's going to be a bunch of houses here before too long. Why is it important? Why did the County Commission really want to put it on this site here in District F?
You know, this site is really accessible. You have the 215, you have major intersections of Charleston and Sahara. You can get here from just about anywhere in the valley in 20 to 30 minutes. So it's going to prove that everyone can enjoy this. It may be in District F, but it's for the complete valley, and it has the amenities that you need, like you said, restaurants, shopping, all of that. So your child could be somewhere and you can do the things you need to and come back and pick them up, and they'd be in a safe, great place throughout the community.
Of course, it hasn't been established yet, but it looks like there's a good possibility that the Las Vegas 51s could be moving on into an area, a baseball stadium, somewhere near to this hockey stadium, which that then, if that happens, would make sense, wouldn't it, Commissioner?
You know, I think it would well round out this area here, knowing that you could go to hockey, you could go to a baseball game, and again, the way that you can get here has that the local streets, the 215 north-south, just makes a huge difference. So if that comes to be true, about 72 games a year, it'll be pretty extraordinary what we can have on the southwest end of the valley.
And I guess we definitely have to give a plug to Howard Hughes and to Summerlin. They've done an amazing job out here, going to add some urban style living here. So they're not done with downtown Summerlin.
There is a lot to come. There's many homes that can come here, townhomes that can come in, and also we already have some apartment living that's right on the land here. So it just is a work, live, play environment, and that work, live, play environment is an extraordinary way to be able to have that for meet other people's needs.
Commissioner, I guess let's shift back a little bit to professional sports. Obviously, there's another entity coming, actually my favorite team, the soon to be the Las Vegas Raiders coming to town here. And obviously there's nearly a $2 billion stadium that needs to be constructed. And there's a lot of work that has to be done by the Board of County Commissioners as well as many other entities.
Absolutely.
Talk a little bit about from where you sit. What needs to be done to get this football team going here?
You know, to get this going, there's a lot of integral parts. You have road structures, you have our comp planning, you have public works. Everyone at the county will be working very hard to see this come through. So when they get here, that they're ready to get on the ground, play those games, another new environment for our community. It's just that in this last year or two, you know, we've grown up. We have over 2 million residents now, and that's where you see that more of these different events can be here and be part of our everyday life. So there's a lot of groundwork, there's a lot of people involved, and from the governor, you know, to Commissioner Sisolak has been very involved in this, to all of us commissioners, to putting our stamp of approval to make sure that the right things are in the right place when that time comes. And the jobs. You know, thousands and thousands of jobs, which does make a difference in the economy of our community.
during the last meeting for the Stadium Advisory Board, they talked about a couple of things that are definitely specific to Clark County, the Project Development Agreement and the Clark County Development Agreement. What do those mean, Commissioner?
Well, normally development agreements like District F, my district, has the only master plan development agreements, and they're very detailed of what you need to do, when you need to do it, how it works out, who's responsible for what, from landscaping to roads to seating to making sure people are aware of what's happening. So it's very intricate, very detailed, and we want the very best to happen. So that's why you have to do these development agreements with the county, with the teams, with all the entities that are involved in this project.
Let's talk a little bit about District F. I know, and continue with the sports. The Mountains Edge Park, 4 full-size baseball diamonds coming there. What's that going to mean to the community, and who is going to be benefit from those facilities?
Well, we also hope our youth once again will be able to see the benefit of this. We'll have adult teams, 3 regular fields, 1 championship field. We have this nowhere that I know of in the state, let alone in the county. So it will bring the ability of our youth, and we hope our UNLV baseball team will be involved. The 51s, what a great component to know the 51s want to have an active involvement, and our young boys and women that have these sports from baseball to softball to fast pitch to slow pitch to our recreational leagues are going to have a place where they can play from people out of state. It's very big in the whole United States, and now we can be part of it.
And that Mountains Edge Park either is or will become a regional park, so you're building it in phases, and it's coming along as scheduled then, Commissioner?
It appears that it could be done sometime near the middle to the end of 18. I'm pushing it along. We really want to make sure it's there to meet the needs of what people are asking for, so pretty exciting.
I know the Paiute Park has opened since the last time we talked too. This is, again, great news for Mountains Edge.
Yeah, the Mountains Edge community is really coming along nicely. We have a fire department, we have the regional park happening, we have the Paiute, we have Exploration Peak where you can climb that mountain. And shortly, the end of this month, we have Albertsons, which is such a blessing at Buffalo and Mountains Edge and Blue Diamond Parkway that we're going to have a grocery store and the other amenities that come along with that. So very excited that it's shaping up. It's going to be, one of the other incredible projects to come to not only District F, to the Valley.
You really have some of the most amazing master plan communities in District F between Mountains Edge, Summerlin, and of course Southern Highlands.
Yes, so it's pretty extraordinary. Mountains Edge, Summerlin, Rhodes Ranch, and then what complements all of that is the rural areas where you can go out and see the oldest school in the state practically. Good Springs that has some fun things out there, Sandy Valley, Mountain Springs, Blue Diamond. District F is very unique.
Let's keep there in the rurals, and I know the Sandy Valley Peace Park, you're getting a new walking trail out there, and in Good Springs, you're getting more than 2 miles of trails. These are things that you typically see in our urban parks, but the people in the rural areas, they want the same amenities or very similar amenities than what we have here as well.
We do it on a little bit smaller scale. Some of the communities are 2,500, 500, but they do have that right. They pay those property taxes like the rest of us, and so these amenities that are coming out there, they are so excited. I mean, they finally have their K-12 school, where for years they had to come into town. So they have lots of more of opportunities for the children that live out there as that community grows.
Let's continue on with some other parks, Commissioner. I know at Warm Springs and Torrey Pines, you've got a 15-acre park coming there. I know you're very excited about that. And I don't think we have a name yet. You usually leave that to some people that will be using the park to pick the name. Is that what you're doing again this one?
I really love to do contests for the students, and it really is exciting. So when we do that, they have an active involvement, and the more active they are, the better the park can be. No graffiti, keeping it clean, ownership. Ownership is important for the communities, so we'll put out another name recognition type factor there to see what they'd like to name that park.
And that's near Fine Elementary School?
It's near Fine Elementary off of Cougar in that Wigwam area. And so it's right across from the school. They can interact there, they can have activities there, and that community is well deserving of another park.
And what amenities will we see there? When do we expect that to open?
We're making that really kind of an exciting, like an adventure type park that has some climbing, the water features, that it'll look a little bit more rustic because it's out there in the rural neighborhood preservation area. So it'll be really exciting that they have some open space and some other amenities, climbing and hiking and walking in that general area.